Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your monthly horoscope. And this one is for you, Aquarius. This is your first horoscope of 2021, your January horoscope. And as we start the month, the sun is shining in Capricorn all the way through January 18th. This is going to create the perfect climate for contemplation. So during the first part of the month, it's a good time to step back from some of your daily routines and spend time alone to check in with your inner authority and your higher power. You may get some valuable messages. Now, on the 19th, the sun is going to move into your sign, and this is really going to encourage you to do things your way. And that may need to go without saying when it comes to Aquarius. I think your sun sign really does have to do things your own way, but it gets especially supported when the sun is shining in your own sun sign. So during the first half of the month, you might feel a little more introverted, as I said, like taking a step back, but the second half of the month, you're going to probably feel more in the flow. Now, one thing to watch out for is that we're moving towards a Mercury retrograde cycle in your sun sign, and that's going to begin on January the 30th. So this is a little heads up. I have prepared a special birthday horoscope for you that gives you a sneak preview into February that is coming up early as a birthday present. So check out the site, the channel here for that. Now, around that Mercury retrograde, because it's in your sun sign, you could feel a bit confused and you may experience some crossed wires with others. So if you're making an important decision coming up, try to get that nailed down by the 16th if you can, or put it off until after February 20th. That'll be better astrological timing. Now we've got Mars entering the sign of Taurus on January the 7th, and at the same time it's clearing the shadow of its last retrograde cycle. So this is good news. Mars retrograde also really prevented people from moving forward a lot. There was a lot of attention on resolving the past last year and especially last fall. Now we get to benefit from Mars moving forward in the Earth sign of Taurus. However, it will be forming a challenging square to your sun. So if you were born January 20th to February 2nd of any year, or you have between 0 and 12 degrees of Aquarius rising, you might feel the most challenged by Mars this month. Your approach to a situation at home or with a family member might need to change. And conflicts can arise from stubbornness under this astrology. I'll be giving Aquarians a lot of reminders about this in the next month or so because of the particular challenges coming from both Mars in Taurus and the planet Uranus in Taurus. I'll get more into that in your February horoscope. But just keep an open mind and encourage others to embrace flexibility as well. It's really not a time to get too rigid in your planning, in your actions, and your beliefs. Now, Venus is going to move into Capricorn on the 8th and remain there through January the 30th. So you might feel your best when you're in a quiet, peaceful setting during these days. You can see there's sort of a push-pull this month between getting enough alone time and being sure to stay connected with others and get a few things done in the early part of the month. But do heed the astrology that's calling for you to have some spiritual practices, some calming activities, getting grounded. Your ambitions will become more clear when you can allow time and space to explore your subconscious thoughts. And you could have a message come to you through a dream, so keep a pen and paper handy by your bedside. Now, this month's new moon will be on January the 13th at 23 degrees of Capricorn, and you're going to be especially supported to set intentions related to creativity, spirituality, psychological healing, letting go, releasing addiction, and tuning into your intuition. So there's a lot you can do with the intention setting, and this new moon is before that Mercury retrograde at the end of the month. So it's a good time to initiate things right around this new moon before things start to slow down. Now we'll enter that shadow of Mercury retrograde in your sun sign on the 16th, as I mentioned. The official Mercury retrograde dates are January 30th to February the 20th. And if you were born January 31st to February 15th of any year, or you have Aquarius rising from 11 to 26 degrees, you're going to be feeling this Mercury retrograde the most intensely. I will be repeating that in your February horoscope. It's important to know when Mercury retrograde is in your sun sign and actually retrograding over your sun. Now, what you can do with this astrology is finish what you've started. And it's also a great astrology for reconnecting with people from your past. It's just not the best time for new beginnings. So keep the status quo during this Mercury retrograde time, and even as we get close to it towards the end of the month. Misunderstandings are going to be more likely during these days, so be sure to ask clarifying questions and make sure others have heard you correctly. Now, the full moon this month is on the 28th, and it's at 9 degrees of Leo. This is opposing your sun. If you were born on or around January 29th of any year, or you have around 9 degrees Aquarius rising, you are going to feel this full moon the most intensely. As with any full moon, but especially this one, it's always important to take a step back from any situations that feel overly dramatic. All Aquarians could gain some new insights about an important relationship at this full moon that's really being highlighted. So there's information to glean, but you may be able to sort through it more easily a few days after the full moon energy has passed. So I hope you can make the most of this month's astrology. Be safe and be well, and I will see you soon with your horoscope.